Number 10. Mount Bromo is an active Sama volcano and part of the Tengger Mountains in East Java, Indonesia. At 2,329 meters, 7,641 feet, it is not the highest peak of the massif, but the most famous. The area is one of the most visited tourist destinations in East Java, and the volcano is included in the Bromo Tengger Semeru National Park. The name Bromo comes from the Javanese pronunciation of Brahma, the Hindu god of creation. Mount Bromo is located in the middle of a plain called Sea of Sand, a nature reserve that has been protected since 1919. A typical way to visit Mount Bromo is from the nearby mountain village of Samor Lawang. From there it is possible to walk to the volcano in about 45 minutes, but it is also possible to take an organized jeep tour, including stops at the viewpoint of Mount Pananjakan, 2,770 meters or 9,088 feet, Indonesian. Gunung Pananjakan. The sites on Mount Pananjakan can also be reached on foot in about 2 hours. Depending on the level of volcanic activity, the Indonesian Center for Volcanology and Disaster Mitigation sometimes issues a warning not to visit Mount Bromo. Number 9. Zhangjiajie National Forest. Zhangjiajie National Park is located in the central eastern area of China in the Wulinjun Scenic Area, which features multiple protected areas. The national park encompasses an area of 18.59 square miles, 48.15 square kilometers. The larger Wulinjun Scenic Area covers 153.5 square miles, 397.5 square kilometers. The park is comprised of dense forests, deep ravines, deep canyons, unusual peaks, caves, and pillar-like rock formations blanketed throughout the park. The pillar rock formations are not typical limestone eroded pillars. It's comprised of coarse sandstone and formed from physical erosion caused by the abundant rains. The landscapes created by the mountains, pillar rock formations, dense forests, and clouds are the epitome of Chinese landscapes that inspire so many different types of artwork. The Bailong Elevator and Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon Glass Bridge are two record-holding features that help visitors experience the splendor of the national park. The Bailong Elevator is the world's tallest outdoor lift. Number 8. Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot non-polar desert and is located in North Africa. It stretches from the Red Sea to the Atlantic Ocean. The Sahara Desert ecoregion covers an area of 4,619,260 kilometers. The surface of the desert ranges from large areas of sand dunes to stone plateaus, gravel plains, dry valleys, and salt flats. The only permanent river that crosses the ecoregion is the Nile River, which originates in East Africa and empties northwards into the Mediterranean Sea. Some areas encompass vast underground aquifers resulting in oases, while other regions severely lack water reserves. The Sahara has one of the world's most harsh climates. Typically, the Sahara landscape experiences little rainfall, powerful winds, and wide temperature ranges. In some areas, there can be no rainfall for up to years at a time. In the summer, daytime air temperatures across the Sahara often reach over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. In the winter, freezing temperatures may occur in the northern Sahara and milder temperatures across the southern Sahara. Snow may fall occasionally in some of the higher mountain ranges and rarely on the desert floor. Number 7. The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system, composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands, stretching for over 2,300 kilometers over an area of approximately 344,400 square kilometers. The reef is located in the Coral Sea, off the coast of Queensland, Australia, separated from the coast by a channel 100 miles wide in places, and over 200 feet deep. The Great Barrier Reef can be seen from outer tiny organisms, known space, and is the world's biggest single structure made by living organisms. This reef structure is composed of and built by billions of coral polyps. It's bigger than Tasmania and Victoria, combined, and it's the only place on Earth where two UNESCO World Heritage Sites meet. Rich underwater world, while boat trips, kayaking, and even helicopter rides offer another view of the reef's gargantuan proportions. Gently sailing through the perfect turquoise waters, dolphins, sea turtles and the reef itself are visible below the waves. It's home to nearly 5,000 marine and mammal species. Number 6. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is Earth's highest mountain above sea level. The China-Nepal border runs across its summit point. Mount Everest attracts many climbers, including highly experienced mountaineers. While not posing substantial technical climbing challenges on the standard route, it presents dangers such as altitude sickness, weather, and wind, as well as hazards from avalanches and the Khumbu icefall. Mount Everest is composed of multiple layers of rock folded back on themselves. Rock on the lower elevations of the mountain consists of metamorphic schists and gneisses, topped by igneous granites. It's shaped like a three-sided pyramid. The three generally flat planes constituting the sides are called faces, and the line by which two faces join is known as a ridge. Glaciers cover the slopes of Mount Everest to its base. Individual glaciers flanking the mountain are the Kangxin Glacier. Mount Everest is difficult to get to and more difficult to climb, even with the great advances made in equipment, transportation, communications, and weather forecasting, since the first major expeditions in the 1920s. Number 5. Antarctica. Situated almost entirely south of the Antarctic Circle and surrounded by the Southern Ocean, it contains the geographic South Pole. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent, being nearly twice the size of Australia. Most of Antarctica is covered by ice, with an average thickness of 1.9 kilometers. Antarctica is on average the coldest, driest, and windiest of the continents, and has the highest average elevation. It is mainly a polar desert, with annual precipitation of over 200 millimeters. About 70% of the world's freshwater reserves are frozen there, which if melted, would raise global sea levels by almost 60 meters. It holds the record for the lowest measured temperature on Earth, 89.2 degrees centigrade 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Native species of animals include mites, nematodes, penguins, seals, and tardigrades. Number 4. The Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is located in northern Arizona, northwest of the city of Flagstaff. The canyon measures over 270 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and a mile deep, making it one of the biggest canyons in the world. This natural landmark formed about 5 to 6 million years, as erosion from the Colorado River cut a deep channel through layers of rock. The Grand Canyon contains some of the oldest exposed rocks on Earth. The mile-high walls reveal a cross-section of Earth's crust going back nearly 2 billion years. These rock layers have given geologists the opportunity to study evolution through time. The oldest known rocks in the canyon, called the Vishnu Basement Rocks, can be found near the bottom of the inner gorge. The Vishnu Rocks formed about 1.7 billion years ago when magma hardened and joined this region once a volcanic ocean chain to the North American continent. Grand Canyon National Park, in Arizona, is home to much of the immense Grand Canyon, with its layered bands of red rock, revealing millions of years of geological history. Number 3. Ha Long Bay is situated in northeastern Vietnam. Ha Long Bay looks like a scene from a dream story, with its great many limestone karst islands of various shapes and sizes. Ha Long implies slipping winged serpents, which is demonstrative of the outline of the limestone. The limestone in this bay has gone through 500 million years of formation in different conditions and environments. Outcrops that jab out from the water. A portion of the islands contains lakes while some are empty, with a brilliant fairyland of grottos inside. The region is popular for scuba diving, rock climbing, and hiking, particularly in mountainous. A short-term boat trip is a stupendous approach to experience the excellence of the cove and to consider a large number of the islands, as could really be expected. Number 2. Amazon Rainforest is the world's richest and most varied biological reservoir, containing several million species of insects, plants, birds, and other forms of life. The Amazon River has the largest volume of freshwater of any river in the world. The river releases around 200,000 liters of freshwater into the ocean every second. The luxuriant vegetation encompasses a wide variety of trees. The Amazon represents over half of the planet's remaining rainforests, and comprises the largest and most biodiverse tract of tropical rainforest in the world, with an estimated 390 billion individual trees divided into 16,000 species. An estimated 30% of the world's species live in the Amazon, with a new species being discovered on average every 3 days. It is home to 3,000 fish species, 2.5 million insect classifications, and a fifth of all known bird species. Just a single bush may contain more species of ant than the British Isles. Number 1. Serengeti Migration is a geographical region in Africa, spanning northern Tanzania. The protected area within the region includes approximately 30,000 kilometers of land, including the Serengeti National Park and several game reserves. The Serengeti hosts the second largest terrestrial mammal migration in the world. The Serengeti is also renowned for its large lion population, and is one of the best places to observe pride in its natural environment. This high diversity is a function of diverse habitats, including riverine forests, swamps, kopjes, grasslands, and woodlands. Blue wildebeest, gazelles, zebras, and buffaloes are some of the commonly found large mammals in the region. Serengeti is sparsely inhabited as species of African wildlife have roamed freely across the vast rolling plains. However, this had all changed when nomadic pastoralists of the Maasai began to migrate to the area in the early 20th century. The Serengeti is also home to a diversity of grazers, including Cape buffalo, African elephant, warthog, Grant's gazelle, eland and waterbuck. The Serengeti can support this remarkable variety of grazers only because each species, even those closely related, has a different diet. For example, wildebeests prefer to consume shorter grasses, while plain zebras prefer taller grasses.